So let us okay na. So let us start with our pre-bid conference. However, we shall first determine if there is a quorum from the Bids and Awards Committee. So for the attendance, may I call Engineer Saldi Inres, sir?
Thank you, Attorney. For the attendance in this pre-bid conference from DPWH, we have Attorney Joey Digingani, back chairperson, Engineer Maribit D. Burgos, back vice chairperson, back members, Attorney Ormil Digo, Engineer Cristina Luz Arcakayan, from back TWG, we have Architect Cherian C. Coro, head back TWG. We have Attorney Sasin May M. Lim. From back secretariat, we have Engineer Flora Sara D. Bisaya, head back secretariat. Miss Annabel Mosqueda, Mrs. Stephen J. Constante, and yours truly, Salden Reyes. We invited, sir, the COA, the SCASB, the Rich Foundation, but none of them appeared today. Our presenter for the private conference are as follows. Engineer Glenn Vincent N. Bordius, Engineer Maria Luz C. Sinesa, Engineer Prisa P. Aparicio, and Engineer Nerika Kinsey Bordius, all from Planning and Design Division. That's all, sir.
Thank you, sir. So there being a quorum from the Bids and Awards Committee. So let us now proceed with the pre-bid conference. So for the first presentation, you may now proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Once again, good morning, everyone. For the first project, contract ID 25N00106 with the title of Construction of Flood Control Structures, Lower Agusan Development Project, Flood Control Component, Stage 1, Phase 1 and 2 Urban Drainage System in Butuan City, Mandakpan Bonbon Channel Improvement, Downstream Package 3 Butuan City. Appropriation, 300 million. Approved budget cost, 289,500,000. Location, Butuan City. Contract duration, 330 calendar days. Opening of bids, November 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of work to be done. Facilities for the engineers, 2.17%. Other general requirements, 2.1%. Earthwork, 0.57%. Bank slow protection work, 94.79% with a total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure with a total length of 1,225 meters. The summary of quantities. The breakdown of the items. The minimum equipment requirement. The location plan. The typical section. Then the details of the slope protection. The quarry site for Common Barrow at Bonbon Mountain. Average hauling distance, 5 kilometers from the project site. For sand and gravel at Kabadbaran River, Dinabukan section, average hauling distance 35 kilometers from the project site. For item 200, at Tagibo River, 16 kilometers from the project site. That's all. Any questions or clarifications?
So do you have any questions or clarifications from the presentation? So there being none, you may now proceed to the next presentation, sir.
Thank you, sir. For the second project, with a contract ID of 25 and 00107, with the title of Construction of Flood Control Structure, Lower Agusan Development Project, Flood Control Component, Stage 1, Phase 1 and 2, Urban Drainage System in Butuan City, Pandakpan Bonbon Channel Improvement, Downstream Package for Butuan City. So appropriation, 300 million. Approved budget cost to 89,500,000. Contract duration 330 calendar days. Opening of bids November 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthwork, bank slope protection works with a total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure, total length 1,215 meters. The summary of quantities. The breakdown of the items. The minimum equipment requirements. The typical cross-section. And the details. So, for the quarry site, same lang siya sa package 3 kay continuation lang ninyo project. That's all, ma'am, sir. Any questions and clarification?
So there is none. So you now proceed to the next presentation.
No. May. Dili. 109. Very well, ah. Package 4. Ah. For the third project, with a contract ID of 25 and 00109. With the title of Construction of Flood Control Structure, Agusan River, Phase 4, Beruela, Agusan del Sur. Appropriation of 200 million. Approved budget cost of 193 million. Location, Beruela, Agusan del Sur. Contract duration, 300 calendar days. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthworks, bank as law protection work with a total of 100%. Scope of work, flood under 002, flood management program, construction, rehabilitation of flood mitigation facilities within major basins, and principal rivers, with a total length of 488 linear meter. So the summary of quantities. The breakdown of the items. The minimum equipment requirement. The quarry site for item 104 at Candies Mountain Quarry. Average hauling distance 9 kilometers from the project site. And for item 405 at San Jose Agusan River, 16 kilometers from the project site. For item 200 at Salvacion, Bahayan River, average hauling distance 32 kilometers from the project site. Location map. Concrete slope protection detail. Typical section of slope protection works. Then the hot roll Z type sheet piles. That's all, ma'am. Any questions and clarifications?
So there is none. You may now proceed to the next presentation.
Stop. Thank you, sir. Stop sharing. Tapos share na pagbalik. Ah. Pero ko na pala. Ah. Okay. For the fourth project, with the contract ID of 25 N00110, with the title of Construction of Flood Control Structure, Agusan River, Phase 5, Beruela, Agusan del Sur. Appropriation of 152,400,000. Approved budget cost of 147,066,000. Location, Beruela, Agusan del Sur. Contract duration of 240 calendar days. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthwork, and bank slope protection works, with a total of 100%. Scope of work, under 002, flood management program, construction, rehabilitation of flood mitigation facilities within major river basins and principal rivers, with a total length of 339 linear meter. Summary of quantities. The breakdown of the items. The minimum equipment requirements. For quarry site, the same lang sa package 4. The location map. The concrete slope protection details. And the typical section of slope protection works. The hot rolled C-type sheet piles. That's all, ma'am, sir. Any questions, clarification?
So there is none. You may now proceed to the next one.
For the fifth project with the contract ID of 25 N00111 with the title of Construction of Shore Protection Structure, Package 2, Barangay Poblacion 2, Burgos, Surigao del Norte. Appropriation of 66,064,000. Approved budget cost of 63,751,760. Location, Burgos, Surigao del Norte. Contract duration of 150 calendar days. Opening of bids, November 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of work to be done. Facilities for the engineers. Other general requirements, earthworks, Bangas Law Protection works with a total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure with a length of 9-meter steel sheet piles. The summary of quantities. The breakdown of the items. The minimum equipment requirements. The location map. The topographic plan. Then the concrete law protection detail. The steel sheet pile detail. And the quarry site for sand and gravel and boulders at Anaw-Awon River, Surigao del Sur. Average hauling distance 14 kilometers to Surigao Port. For item 104 at Bangonay, Agusan del Norte. Average hauling distance 71 kilometers to Surigao Port. That's all, ma'am, sir. Any questions and clarification?
There is none. You will now proceed to the next presentation.
Thank you, sir. For the sixth project, with a contract ID of 25 N00112 with the title of Construction of Shore Protection Structure Package 2, Barangay Talisay, San Benito, Surigao del Norte. Appropriation of 60 million. Approved budget cost of 57,900,000. Contract duration 150 calendar days. Opening of bids November 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthworks, and banks law protection works with a total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure with a length of 12 meters steel sheet piles. Summary of quantities. The breakdown of the items. The minimum equipment requirement. The location map. The typical section of seawall structure. The hot rolled C-type sheet pile typical section. The quarry site for sand, gravel, and boulders at Anaw-Awon River, Surigao del Norte. Average hauling distance 14 kilometers from the project site. For item 104 at Bangonay, Agusan del Norte. Average hauling distance 71 kilometers from the project site. That's all, ma'am, sir. Any questions and clarification?
So there is none. You may now proceed to the next presentation.
Mhm. For seventh project, number 7, contract ID of 25 N00119. Ay, number, ay, sir. Number 8 dito. Pwedeng tandag. Ay, papa. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Something. Luwat na. For the number 7 project with the contract ID of 25 N00119 with the title of construction of riverbank protection at Pianing Bridge along Butuan City, Pianing Tandag Road, upstream and downstream protection, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. With the appropriation of 300 million, approved budget cost of 289 million, then the contract duration of 330 calendar days. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthwork, bank and slope protection works with a total of 100%. Scope of work under 002, flood management program, construction of maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage system with a total length of 1,054.833 linear meter with a 12-meter steel sheet piles. Summary of quantities. The breakdown of the items. The minimum equipment requirements. The quarry site for item 104 at the Oro Mountain Quarry. Average hauling distance 14 kilometers from the project site. For item 405 at Kabadbaran River, Dinabukan section 27 kilometers from the project site. Location map. Ha. 29 ma'am. 39,500 ano. Ako lang ito. Typo error lang. Ako. For the approved budget cost of 289,500,000. The typical section, the typical drainage section, the hot rolled C-type sheet piles. That's all, ma'am, sir. Any questions, clarifications?
Okay, sir. Thank you. So there is none. We now proceed to the last project.
Thank you, sir. For the last project, number 8, with the contract ID of 25 and 00148, with the title of Patinay Bridge 2, with the bridge ID of B01740MN, along Maharlika Highway, Agusan, Davao section. With appropriation of 11 million, approved budget cost of 10,615,000. Location, Patinay, Agusan del Sur. Contract duration, 120 calendar days. Scope of work, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, surface courses, bridge structures with a total of 100%. Project scope under 001, bridge program, widening of permanent bridges with a total length of 24.8 meters. The summary of quantities, the breakdown of the items, the minimum equipment requirements, the quarry site for item 104 and 200 at Maog River, San Salvador. Average hauling distance 13 kilometers from the project site. For item 311 and 405 at Maasam River, Average hauling distance per 56 kilometers from the project site. Location map. The general elevation. The typical cross-section. That's all, ma'am and sir. Any questions and clarifications?
So there is none. So we are done with our pre-bid conference. So for the technical and financial requirements, including some reminders during the meeting, I call Engineer Saldi Idris. Sir?
Good morning, everyone. So the following are the requirements for the bidding of i- infrastructure project. So first requirements is fellowship certificate of registration and membership. It should be platinum. Number two, if not enrolled in CWE, the following Class A and Class B documents not covered by fellowships certificate should be attached or submitted. Number one is a pickup license and registration. Number two is statement of all ongoing government and private projects. Number three is SLCC. Number four is NFCC. Number five is joint venture agreement if you are engaged in joint venture. If you are enrolled in CWE, your Class A and Class B document in CWE should be updated. For the bid security, the following are the acceptable forms. Uh, it's either cash is check, manager's check issued by Universal or Commercial Bank for not less than 2% of ABC, or it can be a bank draft, bank guarantee, or a revocable letter of credit issued by Universal or Commercial Bank for not less than 2% of ABC, or it can be a surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security for not less than 5% of ABC, or it can be a bid securing declaration. For the project requirements, this includes the following. Letter A is organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification data. C, clause 14.2A sub 3 sub B of B data sheet. And letter C is list of contractors major construction and laboratory equipment units, either owned, leased, and or under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership or lease contract, purchase and certification of availability of equipment from lessor or vendor for the project duration. See clause 14.2 sub A sub 3 sub C of bid data sheet. Number 5 is the omnibus zone statement in the form prescribed by GPPB Resolution number 16-2020. Note that any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of your bid. For the financial requirements, so number one is a duly signed financial bid form in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 9 of bidding forms. Number two, duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Number three, duly signed detailed estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid. And number four is a duly signed quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. Note that any missing, incomplete, or patented insufficient documents in the above mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of your bid. Take note that uh, the requirements shall also includes the issuance of GPPB and the provision of IRR of RA 9184. It is not limited to the checklist. So, uh, a reminder also that it is encouraged now that only uh, those included in the certificate of information in CWE should attend the bidding. Or if it is not available, SPE may be presented provided that such SPE shall be emailed 1 day before the schedule of the bidding to avoid denial of their participation. So it is also required that your project engineer assigned in the project should be an accredited project engineer. Their documents should be attached also in the technical documents. So that's all, sir.
So thank you, sir. So that would be the last for our pre-bid conference. So may I hear the pleasure of the body? It has been moved and seconded, and I'll declare this pre-bid conference adjourned. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Really.